If you know what advice you want to give in task 1, but you freeze because you don't know how to say it, this video is exactly for you. And today I'm going to give you the exact templates and ready-made phrases that you can use in your task 1. So the first step is to open your answer naturally. If you remember that I completely talk about different types of questions that we have in task 1 in the previous video 1, which the link is attached in the description. Your opening depends on the question types. We had 3 different types, guys. Whether it's a feeling-based questions, like you feel isolated, alone, and you're like trying to show empathy in the beginning. I completely understand how stressful this must feel for you. I can totally understand why you're feeling this way, and that's it. Short empathy and just move on. Or it can be a choice-based problem. 2 equally good options that you have. You have to just acknowledge. It seems like you're choosing between 2 possible options and both have their benefits. Or it could be positive negative question, like at the same time it has an advantage and a disadvantage all together. Like I can see that there are some strong advantages here, but there are also a few challenges to consider. And my favorite is a combination of acknowledging the situation and options plus a little bit of empathy or acknowledge the emotion altogether. Then start your advice, but avoid repeating, you should do this, you should do that. Please use conditional, the second type of conditional for your first pieces of advice, like if I were in your place, I would do something. If I were in your shoes, I would definitely talk to my manager. One helpful thing that you could want to try or you might want to try is something. In your situation, it might be a good idea to visit a doctor, something like this. And then you need to support that advice. You need to answer the question, why? There are 3 different ways to support that. The first option is to give a results. Like if you do this, something good, positive result will happen. For example, it will help you reduce stress and feel more in control. Or you can say, if I were in your place, I would talk to your manager first. If you do this, it will help you understand your option and feel more in control again. Another great way to support your idea is to show what problem it prevents. Like this. This way you won't risk creating more confusion or wasting time. I call it negative result. If you do something negative will not happen. You're preventing them. Or I would visit a new school before making a final decision. This way you won't risk something negative, making a decision based on assumptions. Another option, you can add a short personal example, like I was exactly in a similar situation before and doing this helped me to stay calm. Or I had a similar experience and this approach worked really well for me. That's all. Next step is to move to another piece of advice. You can use some transition, like another helpful idea that could, these are keywords, another thing that could or might really help is to talk with a senior coworker. Or another helpful thing that you might, so could and might show the possibility if you are not 100% sure that you might want to try is talking honestly with your child. This is our body formula, guys. In this way, you have to give the advice first, talk about why later, and then do exactly the same. Another piece of advice, why it happens and what's the result of it in the end. Guys, stop listing your advice. We don't need 6 lists of advice. We only need 2 fully developed, fully supported. You talked about your reason and the result of each completely. By the way, if you finish your 2 main ideas and still have a little time, you can add a very small optional extra tip, which is like, and one last thing, don't rush the decision. Give yourself a little time to think clearly. So it is just optional, but I really appreciate if I hear that one. You don't need a big support for that. The next step is to close confidently, guys. Like, overall, choose the option that gives you more stability and peace of mind. Remember, usually we end with a cliche. Remember that your comfort and safety matter more than anything else. I'm sure you'll make the right decision once you think calmly about it. And that's the full task one structure, guys. We open based on the question type. Our first piece of advice: support it. Your second, support it again, and close it. By the way, you don't need to squeeze every phrase from this video that I told you into your sample. You can just choose one or two phrases for each section that you feel they actually sounds like you, and you don't need to put pressure to memorize them. I'm just trying to say, do not focusing on memorizing these ready-made phrases. First of all, understand meaningfully the structure and the steps that you have to do, and then you can pick one of the perfect ready-made phrases that matches your level and your current knowledge and try to say that. Guys, the goal isn't to sound memorized. The goal is to stop wasting mental energy building every sentence from scratch.